With major fire there.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in. Terrence Jones is checked in for the Rockets. Curry's shot is good.
And you can see the importance of that steal. I mean, really a 4-point turnaround with the conversion at the other end right there.
Yeah, the importance of the defense there. Instead of giving up the bucket and having that 5-point deficit, all of a sudden, we got a tie ball game.
And it's sent back by Bogut. Green dishes to Thompson. Back to Green. Bogut the pass to Curry. From the arc, another three for Golden State. 24 seconds left to play in the first. Curry against Beverly. Gets to the rim for two with the D all over him.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
And that concludes the first quarter of play. The Warriors on top, up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. And Steph Curry, a player within the gym range. He told us about his comfort stretching the floor. I was going to say, Greg, how big must that hoop look to Steph Curry? And tough to guard might be the understatement of the day.
I mean, he is just an insanely great shooter. I mean, arguably, I don't think there's an argument. He's the best shooter in the world. The argument is whether or not he's the best shooter ever. And listen, I can imagine there's very few times that Coach Curry is not going to allow this splash brother to let her rip.
All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And what do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for the Warriors?
Boy, the three-point shot has really been dropping for them early on.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
This is how the floor looks for the Rockets starting the second. Ariza is the small forward and Smith the 4. Harden out there with Lawson, and it's Jones in at the 5. And guys, last season, Klay Thompson made his first All-Star trip overall. Clark, his game took a huge leap forward.
Hey, I agree with you, Kevin. And a big reason for that, I think, was his spot on Team USA. Playing the way he did and with that group really lifted his confidence.
Excellent point. Rockets trail by 6. And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
And Thompson last season set the record for most points ever in a quarter with 37. Made all 13 shots and 2 free throws and finished the game with 52 points.
Catching up on the changes for Golden State. Brandon Rush. He's checked in for Draymond Green. Barbosa comes in for Klay Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Curry.
Whether by design or accident, that was a very high-quality shot they created.
Livingston kicks to Rush. Out of bounds. Houston takes possession.
And Thompson making all 9 of his three-pointers in that game. I mean, that was also a record. The most three-pointers in a quarter. I think that performance sealed his place among the all-star reserves.
And Lawson with the drive, loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Lawson's got 4 this quarter.
Hard to get that one off with the size difference there. That makes it a tough individual matchup for him, especially down low.
Well, took on the big guys going in there and challenging them like he did. But boy, that was a nice job.
Just 5 on the clock. Here's Speights. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Maurice Speights last season with the best year of his career. I mean, he shot the cover off the ball and did a nice job on the boards as well.
Houston making some changes. Brewer comes in for Josh Smith. And it's Terry in for Ty Lawson. Greg, you were just talking about Mo Speights. Clark, he has a great mid-range jump shot.
He does, and they actually call him Mo Buckets. But he actually played so well last season, they even threw in Mo VP from time to time.
Not sure if they're aware of the 2-for-1 opportunity.
Well, they ought to be. I mean, that's basic basketball time management. You've got to be aware of your clock and your situation.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here is Livingston. Quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game.
D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the three-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleed.
Harden up top, covered by Barbosa. It's Harden with the drive. Jones. And that's going to do it. Some good defense down the stretch and a pretty tight look.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back, folks. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. What a start it was for Stephen Curry. He had 10 points and 1 rebound. Taking a look at the Warriors, Kenny, what'd you think?
You know what jumps out at me? Their efficiency on the offensive end. They shared the basketball. Good shot selection. They showed a lot of patience, and that patience will be tested the rest of the way.
Shaq, how'd you think the Rockets were playing?
They need to turn up the defense intensity. They let the game get taken to them instead of the other way around. Coming out in the second half, they got to play with a chip on their shoulder, Ernie. You know, don't get pushed around on D. It's payback time.
And that's it for halftime as the second half is just about to get underway. See you after the game.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now.
Some great play by Steph Curry tonight. 10 points, and he's done a little bit of work behind the arc. He's got a pair of three-pointers.
And you know what? The defenders have that in the back of their minds now. They'll be on him a little tighter.
Yeah, it's the Splash Brothers, Curry and Thompson at the guard spots. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Iguodala in at the 3 spot. That's the Warriors' 5. Howard can't hit. Warriors leading by 3. Iguodala dishes to Bogut. Harden against Curry. Good on the 3-point shot. Curry's got the first points of the third quarter up on the board for the Warriors.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence. And guys, nice to see Bogut out there given all the injuries that he's had to overcome in his career. Just glad to see him at full strength.
Last outing for Golden State, they won that game against the Knicks in New York.
And believe it or not, it wasn't the start. That led the charge for them in that win. It was about the role players. I mean, the guys who they don't usually count on for the lion's share of their points came through.
Guys, simply a complete team performance, and road wins where everybody contributes really can galvanize a team and bring it together. It has not been an ideal start to the second half. They've missed 3 of their first 4.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Over in the corner, Beverly puts up a 3. The Rockets with another miss.
And this quarter, he has clearly been off the mark.
Here's Iguodala. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
And Iguodala knows just how deadly his teammates can be from outside, and he looks for them to get their shot before getting his own. I think this situation for him in Golden State's perfect for his skill set.
Barnes is checked in for the Warriors. Houston also making some changes. Smith checked in for Brewer. Thornton comes in for James Harden. And Ty Lawson subbed in for Patrick Beverly. Iguodala the pass to Bogut. And he stuffs that one home.
Tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Clark,
Yes,
bring it down hard,
yes,
my
sir.
brother.
Symbolic there as well of the effort here tonight. And how about the execution on that play? The screen was set up in exactly the right spot.
And the finish wasn't too bad either.
Perfectly designed and perfectly executed. And he breaks out the tomahawk. No soft finish there. Pure strength.
Oh, we could feel that one all the way over here.
And you could see that first step was so decisive, aggressive move to attack the rim. Really strong rebounding on the interior, and he gets the easy putback.
The Rockets shooting their first foul shot of the night.
Not a strong suit for this group, just around 71%.
And, Kevin, it's something they've been working very hard to correct and to change. I mean, they know how important it is to fix that inability at the free throw line.
2 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Feeds it to Curry. Unloads from 13. Goes back up. And it's laid in by Bogut. Bogut's got his second basket of the night.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
Those kinds of mistakes drive me crazy and will absolutely derail a team's chance to win.
Lawson kicks to Thornton. And Thompson sends it back. He gets it up and released it in time. All right, we welcome you back to what's been a hard-fought battle. Fourth quarter should be good. And it's the Rockets with the ball. It's a one-point game. Taking a look at the Rockets. Ariza and Jones at the small and power forward. Terry and Harden are the 1 and 2. And it's Capella in at the 5 roaming the paint. Golden State's gone 5 of 8 from three-point land. 15 points and a deep ball for them tonight. Spates with it. Jones covering. Here's Curry. The lead pass was put in just the right spot. Curry's got the first basket as we get going in the fourth for the Warriors. Terry against Curry. Screen by Jones. Nice work there coming off the screen. Harden's got it all tied up now for the Rockets.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
From deep, Green. Can't hit. Good work defensively by Jones. Here's Terry. Capella dishes to Harden. He feeds it to Ariza. Harden the pass to Capella, and a strong finish with 2 hands.
And he's just going all out to get the second chance points. Just a terrific finish.
There was no one that was going to prevent MGA from converting that one.
Well, clearly this is the kind of game that could come down to 1 or 2 plays, and he wants to be the guy to make those plays.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Steve Kerr was saying to the team. He said, guys, for a team with our firepower, we're playing way too tight. We need to push the ball at the floor, get out in transition, and get those easy baskets. We can do this.
One guy who's been getting... it done so far, Stephen Curry.
They need to make some adjustments because he's absolutely scorching.
Hands artist on the floor. Spread the floor. Top. Spacing. Spacing.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Jones has got